Well, hello. Today's a special day for me because I'm getting my second hair transplant. This is the fill-in. So the first hair transplant gave me a hairline, and second one is going to fill in the gaps. So if you look closely, you can see where my first one is. My hair is really short, so you can really see, where my existing hairline was and then where my new hairline is. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to increase the density into these areas with about 1,000 grafts today. So come along for the ride and I'll show you how a transplant goes through. And it's probably going to be a while before I actually post it because I want to show you the before and afters. So, but it'll be interesting so you can see how I heal, the process, all that kind of stuff. So today is the big day. My technicians are awesome. I can't wait for them to get going on me. Okay, here we go. So the first step is I got a nice short haircut yesterday. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shave the back of my head so we can get access to the follicles. I'm not getting sedated today, but this is the point where we give you a little pill to kind of make you go, kind of like take a nap. But I wanted to be conscious through the whole thing so I can speak to it a little bit better. So let's shave the back of my head. Okay, so this is where we're going to be filling in today. And we're just going to thicken this all up where all those little dots are. So next step is shave the back of my head, get numb, and then transplant. So here we go. Okay, we've extracted about 800 follicles, and you can kind of see right now what's going on in the back. And this is the machine. It counts how many follicles we have. We have 875 right now. So still going strong. I literally have felt nothing. I mean, other than getting numb. Getting numbs, you feel a few pokes when you get numb, but otherwise we're doing great. So more to come. Okay, so we got the extractions done, and this is how you'll leave after the extractions with just a little bit of gauze and a little bandage here. We'll leave these bandages on for a day or two depending on the individual. If you're a little oozy, it might be 2 days. Average is probably 2 days that you'll be in these bandages. But just a nice light wrap, put a little pressure on the back of the head. Really, I haven't felt anything once after I got numb, so it's been really smooth sailing. It took us about an hour and a half to extract the 1,000 grafts that we did today. And then take a little break, and then we'll start numbing up the top and start making sites. So here we go. This is what the sites look like right after we make them. Now each of those little spots is going to have a new hair for a home. How fun. There we go, putting one in at a time. Now what you can't see is that when we harvest grafts, there are sometimes a follicle will have one hair coming out, sometimes a follicle will have two. I've seen as high as 7, but I would say the average is 2 or 3, or 1, 2, and 3s. Now, back here where it's a little thinner, they're putting the follicles that have 3s and 4s and the bigger follicles to kind of give it more of a look of a thicker look. And as they work forward, they'll go to 1s and 2s because that looks more natural. Because a natural hairline as you come forward is a little bit more thin at the further you go. So if you pull your hair back on your hair and you look at that first, quarter of an inch, it's kind of thin, and that's natural. We don't want to mess with that. So that's what they're doing right now, and one at a time putting these hairs in. Well, we are all done with the transplant. It took exactly 5 hours. Started at 7 a.m., got done at noon, and we did 1,000 grafts. So I just wanted to show you what the top of the head looks like right after transplant. You can see all those little hairs have a new home that we took from the back of the head. Looking good. Fairly painless procedure. The only painful part is just getting numb, and that's about a 5 to 10 minute process, getting a little bit numb. But so I'll be going home with some bandages on my head. We'll take those bandages off tomorrow. Tylenol for pain. So far so good, and I'm going to document this case over the next couple of weeks and show you guys recovery. Well, good morning. It's one day after my hair transplant. Last night I slept pretty well. I woke up several times,
little uncomfortable, especially the back of the head. What I did is I wrapped a airline pillow around my neck to kind of keep the pressure off the back of my head. Took a Tylenol before I went to bed, and then I woke up this morning relatively pain-free. Like if I push real hard on the back of my head, it hurts a little bit, but I'm not on any medication right now. For my patients, I prescribe a little sleeping pill the first night to help them get through the night. But I didn't take that last night because I wanted to see what it was like without any medication, and had a normal night's sleep for the most part. But if you look, still got a little bit of redness going on here. Okay, and just starting to get a little bit of swelling. This swelling's very normal after transplantation. Sometimes it can get really bad, sometimes it's hardly any at all. But this is what I would probably say is normal. Obviously, the more you do, the more swelling you'll get. And this was a relatively small case with just 1,000 follicles. So later this afternoon, I'm going to take my bandages off, and you can follow me around for that, and we'll go from there. Okay, Taylor is going to be removing my bandages, so let's take a look at that and see how this goes. So go for it, Taylor. Yeah, actually just kind of pull it right here and then just kind of lift it up and over. Yeah, just like that. Oh, that feels good. You see we got a little bit of swelling there. Just pretty normal. Oh, that feels good on my fresh scalp. All that air. A little bit of blood's pretty normal. Taylor's going to grab my phone and just kind of go around and kind of show you what it looks like back here. What do you see, Taylor?
Just a little pinpoint bleeding. Most of them are scabbed up.
So that looks pretty good. So now what she's going to do is she's going to put a little bit of Neosporin on the back of it. So just we send you home with a little tube of this stuff, and we'll apply this twice a day, morning and night, and just kind of put a little bit on. It's a little tender that she's putting on. I could definitely feel it, and I've got 1,000 holes back there, so it's going to kind of hurt a little bit. So she's going to put this on. We're going to do this for about 3 days, a little bacitracin. And that's just to keep, it from getting a bacterial infection. So I'll also put you on an antibiotic, an oral antibiotic for 3 days, just to kind of make sure you don't get any kind of infection. But she's going to apply that, and then I am going to just go have light activity, meaning I'm not going to be sweating. I'm not going to be working out. I'm just going to take it easy. Try to avoid stooping and bending and that sort of stuff. So it's looking good. So this is day 1 after the procedure. So today is post-procedure day number 3. And I didn't film anything yesterday because I had a family reunion to go to. And I got busy and I forgot. But today is 3 days out. And I'm doing really well. I slept really good last night, didn't wake up. Biggest complaint is itching. It doesn't hurt anymore. I haven't taken any Tylenol in over 24 hours. And then I got a little bit of swelling. You can see the swelling's kind of coming down and pulling right here between my eyes. Maybe a little bit right there on the cheekbones as well. So a little bit of swelling. But today's the big day because I just was able to get my head wet for the first time. So I went in the shower, and we have a bathing procedure. I was able to lightly wash my hair. So it's nice and glistening right now, and it felt really good. And then you can see the back of my head is still looking good. So feels good, looks good. Here on out, I'll do that bath once a day. And I'll probably film every other day or so. So more to come. Well, good morning. It's the morning of day 5 days after the procedure. And I'm doing really well. Still got a little bit of swelling in between the eyebrows there. But the top of the head still have those little bit of scabs there. And the back of the head, see if you can see that. Still got some little scabbies. The holes are healing up nicely. Doing well. Biggest complaint's itching. Just the back of the head itches, and you don't want to scratch it, because if you scratch it, I found that the little scabs pop off and then they're kind of open to air and it kind of burns and stings a little bit. So definitely don't scratch. But anyways, I just spray this little spray on my head once a day. Wash my hair once a day by pouring water over it. Everything's doing well. Hey, also, it's 7 days since my hair transplant. It's been 1 week. Well, this is the 8th day after. Anyways, doing really well. Was at work today. You can still see we still got some scabs. The scabs are starting to flake off and fall off. Back of the head, you can see, is healing nicely. Back of the head's still a little tender, top of the head, and there's no pain or anything like that. But if I press on or if I scratch, itching's the number one thing. If I scratch really hard, it gets a little tender and it hurts a little bit. But I've been working all week, no issues. Easy peasy.